So let's go ahead and hear what we have so far from the track. So yeah, this is pretty much what we have so far. Um, yeah, we're gonna give it a listen to obviously this part from the track. We're gonna um, introduce some of the sounds that I hear that they play. For example, there is like organ or something that it sounds in the back, kind of like a choir or something. But it to me sounds like an organ. I don't know why, but in this part you will hear the vocal from Rufus. So I need to get maybe a maybe I will give the vocal to a friend that can maybe sing. But it will be nice to have a vocal here. Because I have one, but honestly, it's the clone of my voice that I introduced in an AI, and it's okay. It's not completely bad, but it's obviously not professional because when you introduce in that website your vocal, they clone it, and you have to pay for high quality vocals. So obviously right now I cannot afford it. It's kind of expensive to be honest, but if it does what you expect, for example, to clone your voice, then you put the track that you like, and it will basically give you the vocal of the track that you like with your own voice. That's a very good idea, of course. But if you are going to do like original tracks or covers, and you can afford it, I mean, go ahead. But in this at this moment, it's not it's not actually viable for me to do that. So I will find another way. There are other AIs that can actually sing. You have to introduce the text, and then you can train them to sing with the notes that you gave them. So that's nice, but it's obviously kind of time consuming. So let's see what else we can get from the track, and then we move to the basically the chorus from the track, which is this part. I have it here. This is the first thing that I made that hooked me up with the track from the original. So it's obviously the part where that everybody sings and everybody likes, and me included. So let's hear it. right. So yeah, let's hear the original. I hope I don't get a flag for copyright or something, but I'll do this for you guys because I like doing the tracks while you guys are actually sending me suggestions, because it will help me also to improve my production skills. So let's hear it. It kind of sounds like a mellotron. I don't know if you guys know this instrument. I think it's called mellotron. Yeah, it's like old instrument that it's kind of like a sampler from strings and vocals, and you can actually play with it. I think the Beatles used that machine, so it kind of sounds like a mellotron in the back, so, which is pretty nice. But we don't have a mellotron. We may have, for example, we can use like an organ. I will give it a try with an organ to see how it sounds. Let's use Bitwig's organ. Obviously we need effects, and of course like a filter. Oh, that's the mod wheel. So we're gonna have to use maybe an LFO. Let's use a classic, and maybe triangle 29. Okay, so definitely I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I definitely hear some choir or organ at the top and in the back. So let's do something like that. I think goes down over here. Oh yeah, I put it just after that. I think it's an octave up. To listen the track a bit more, because it's they have so many elements and you might miss one of them. So it's very nice to hear the track once or maybe twice, and you will pick something new every time you hear it. So that's actually a very good exercise. Now here it goes up, I guess. Mm, I think it's right. I guess. Let's hear it one more time in this part. Okay, sounds good to me. Now let's jump over to the second part here. Obviously, we can go back then after we do some other stuff. We can go back, and I think this sound needs a little bit more processing, but we're not in the mixing stage yet. So we're just sound designing and arranging while we're playing the track. So let's hear what happens in this part in the track, original track. We're gonna copy this transition stuff because this part is what gives the track that smooth transition between the sections. I think we're missing the claps, right? It continues here. Okay. I can hear the organ a little bit more evident. So I honestly can't see the difference between your version and the original. You're very talented to replicating the music by hearing. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It takes time to get used to listening. You know, it's kind of one of the most difficult things we gotta do as producers or musicians. But it's the most fundamental and important part of our skill set. Just listening to the track, you know. If you're just a listener and you're not a producer, one of my teachers from my academy, Soundspace Academy, that was my school where I was actually going like 4 years ago or 5 years ago. They told me something very important. They told me when you are a listener and not a musician or a producer, you're basically having the blessing or the benefit of enjoying the music without having to worry about, hey, what is this sound that they used to make this track, or hey, what is this synthesizer. Sometimes when we're producers we forget how to enjoy a track without having to dissect any part of it. So that's kind of like for me, that's sometimes it's like a curse because I have to listen to the track and I'm like, oh, okay, I love this little sound, right? Which is good as a producer, but sometimes I wish I could have that first hearing when I was listening to the music long time ago, and I'm just getting lost with the track. And sometimes you just have to close your ears, your eyes, and just hearing what you have in front of you or in your speakers or maybe your headphones. Just close your eyes and try to enjoy the music and just get lost in the music. Don't think about the sounds they're making or the synthesizer they're making. Don't be so technical. So that's gonna be something that I can recommend you guys. Don't be so technical and just try to enjoy. And if you hear something and you are like, okay, this sounds like this, just go ahead and search for a sound like that and don't overthink. Because if you overthink, sometimes you're not gonna do anything. So pretty much we're having just 2 sessions and we're halfway of remaking a track. You know, obviously we're actually missing the mixing or of course the mastering, but if you have an arrangement or you have an idea, even if you don't have a good mixing or a good mastering, if it's a good idea, then stick to it and finish it. All right, so that's just my little advice to you guys. Okay, let's hear the one we're doing. I'm missing the there was like a vocal here. I think let me just pause it. This one. Okay. So yes, we have it, and we just have to copy it. Okay. So it's extending the last note over here. So we're gonna go ahead and just extend it, and it comes back slowly fading, and that's the third or second drop. Okay, so we're gonna extend the note over here, and then we're gonna use the filter to bring it back. I don't know why I have so many notes here, but I just made it by ear, and that's how it sounded in my head when I was listening to a track. So yeah, if you're knowledgeable in music theory and you see that something is not right, excuse me about that, but this is how it sounds in my head. Okay, I hear like kinda like, I don't think this one is here. I hear like a filter for the bass. So let's just use it in this part. Okay. Just over here. It's gonna go up a little bit. Just remove the lows. Okay, so I need to place the toms that we're missing. Let's just copy them, and let's place the toms over here. Okay, so I just need to fade away the rest of the synths. I have it already grouped here, so it's gonna be a little bit easier to do that. So let's go ahead and maybe we can use, is it the volume or is it like a filter? Let's give it a try with the volume. I'm gonna put a tool over here, and then we're gonna fade that away right here, and then it's gonna come back. I think it's in the middle. Something like that. So let's prepare the second drop here. Let me just hear this last part. It's like white noise, right? Pretty much like that. So we're gonna put a note here, like this long, and we're gonna use let's use the filter, just to give it like a sweep or something like that. Okay. And let's cut the lows. And obviously we're gonna give it some an automation to the volume as well, just to get it nicer. Okay. Let's use like ramp like this. Let me hear it one more time. No, it's not like a filter then. No, it's different. It's just a volume, I guess. Let me use the volume with the tool. Because with the filter, it sounds like, and it's just just a pure noise, I guess. So let's give it a try with that. Yeah, something like that, but I'm gonna remove the lows from the noise. Yeah, something like that. Okay, it has less lows, so let's remove that. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so now let's use this. I think it has less volume over here when it goes up. Okay, that's interesting because I don't know if you remember that I was telling you before when we were making the track that they don't actually hit on the first bar of the section. For example, here, as you can see, they remove the kick and it starts like a delay 1 bar. You see, like instead of starting here, it has like a double kick, like boom boom. Right here it starts. You see, and it's not starting in this bar. It's just empty, no kick. But now that we go to the second drop, we have something very, very different. It's gonna just play the kick completely. It's not gonna be delayed anymore. So now let me just copy the kick just to have it clear here. And instead of doing the delay, we're just gonna extend it. Okay. So what else do we need? Obviously the bass. Let's grab the bass. And let's put it here. Oh no, this is from the break. Let's grab this one. And also the hats. Let's grab the hats. Over here, yeah. And also these shakers. Okay. What else do we need? Do we have the transitions again? Okay, so we only need, from the transitions, we need this, I guess. I don't know why I have this one. I'm just gonna deactivate it. And yeah, so I don't get lost. And I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna copy everything. Okay. And see how it sounds. Let's do this. Now let's hear our part. Yeah, I need the little chord that they use. The wow 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 wow. It's like a wow wow. Something like that, like a wow wow. What is that? How did they call that effect? The wah sound, something like that. That's how they actually call it, I guess. Oh yeah, I know why it sounds weak. It's because I need the sidechain that it's triggering the segments and it's giving us more volume. And we also need the vinyl sound to give it more texture. We can use the same this one, right? And we can just like give it some we can cut it with the filter, I guess. Okay, so now let's see. I think something like that. Let's give it a try. How can we do this? With LFO maybe? Or with maybe we can use like a curve, an MSEC. Let's just delete all of this. Reset curve. Give it more velocity. No less. Wow. Okay, let's see how it sounds with the note. Oh, but we're losing the... Yeah, I'm gonna have to duplicate it. I don't want to lose the sound that we had. So let's give it a try. Let me just go ahead and duplicate that. Yeah, of course, has to be lower. Of course, it needs to be not that prominent. I'm just giving it a try to see how it sounds with the MSEC modulation. Alright, I will give it another listen just to make sure I got the sound right, because that sound is very important. That second drop is amazing. I mean, that sound, it's just so good. But I think they use the same path that they have from the beginning, and they just add that wah wah sound. So let's hear it one more time. Yeah, it's the same sound. It's just with the little effect, that wah wah. So let's just... Oh my god. The names. Let's just hear this one. I'm gonna remove this one here. Okay. And now let's use wah path. Let's put it wah path. Wah path. And let's see how it sounds. Let's put it over here. It's a little bit delayed, right? It's not exactly on time, I guess. Let me use a different snap grid, maybe 8. Let's give it a try. No. Oh, I'm using 7 instead of 8. Let's see. I think it has a reverb too. Let me just add a reverb or use one that we already have. And we're missing the clap. Now that I hear it, we're missing the clap. Let me just copy the clap very quickly. Okay, something like this. And Control B. Okay. No, it's not the same. Let me see what else is missing here. Maybe more? Maybe a little bit more wah-wah. Let's see. Something is not right, to be honest. Maybe it's the let me give it a try with an LFO, regular LFO, just to make sure. I like the classic LFO, which is this. And let's use quarters maybe. Something like that. I guess it works with the sine wave better than the triangle. So I guess they use that in the synth. In the synth they use the Prophet 5. It has less lows. It's, I guess it's like, I don't know, it sounds like it's in reverse somehow. Let's hear it one more time. Now we need the that little like effect. It sounds wink, wink, wink with a lot of delay. It sounds like a balloon, like like a wink, wink. Sounds very weird, but it sounds like a balloon to me. Let me use a curves. Let's give it a try. And let's use something like faster. And note. No, maybe not that fast. Delay plus. The delay plus is amazing. I love this delay from Bitwig. It's one of my favorites. I've been waiting for a delay for a long time with the features that it has now, because I had to purchase a lot of them. So now we have one that works nice. Let me hear the sound one more time and then we change it. And let's hear again. It has also reverb. I'm gonna use a reverb that is individually. If it sounds like crap, we'll use another sound, because to be honest, it sounds simple, but it's not. Okay. Let's hear it. It's like delayed. Right here. As you can hear, it repeats, like almost like over here, like almost like here or even here, because it has a very long tail. So let me make it actually longer. Let me just rename this very quickly. Long delay. Okay. Now let's make it very, very like with a big tail. And let me just increase the not exactly like that, but you can get the idea. It sounds like crap. It's very annoying. This one sounds like a duck, and mine sounds like a weird balloon. That was so so bad. Okay, now let's hear what else we have here. I hear like a different, it's not like a hat, it sounds like I don't know how it's called in English, but it sounds like a little, in Spanish is castañuela or something, like something like crackling. That's how that's what I hear in the back. Okay. I'm gonna remove this sound, it's very annoying. Okay. Let me get that sound very quickly. Like crackling sound that I hear in the back. Let me get this right. Remove some lows. And let's get it some some swing, no, some velocity change. Let's use the histogram, see what happens. Let's give it more volume. And let's use the kickstart just for fun. So let's hear everything from the beginning, because honestly I kind of getting a little bit lost. If I'm in a section too long, honestly I get a little bit bored and a little bit frustrated if it's not exactly right or exactly like the original track. So it's the problem with the remakes. When you're trying to make a remake, you try to get the sound exactly as the original source, and that's not healthy, because usually what happens with the track is that you need to commit to the track, finish it, and don't get frustrated. So what I tend to do is just to hear the overall picture and just see if I can change something. And if I cannot change anything, then I'll move on. Okay, so now that I hear everything back, yeah, I can hear that the was sound, the wapat sound is not actually it's actually very high in volume. Of course, we need some mixing. I haven't done any mixing in this track so far, so it's just very basic stuff. But yes, it definitely needs some mixing. I just want to get the arrangement right and get as much sound from the original track that I can. I don't know if you guys want to listen to my vocal that I have here. Let's give it a try with the vocal, just to give it a sense with the track to see what we got so far. Let's see. Hopefully it sounds good. Okay, guys, this is what we have. I think I'm gonna end the session for today right here. It's kind of late, and of course, I need to change some stuff. I need to work on the track offline. And of course, if you have any questions, guys, or any suggestions, you can always reach me or send me a message either through my Patreon, or you can leave a comment in the chat as well. Always, I'm gonna be for you guys. And also, if you have any production questions, whatever, you can always ask me. And well, definitely, yes, it's been very fun, a very fun session. I will continue making the track because honestly, I'm using right now my monitors. But the thing with the monitors is that since my room is not well treated, it doesn't have like a good acoustic treatment. It just has the basics to remove reverberation and some of the lows. But when I'm mixing, I like mixing with my headphones. I use an Audio Technica M40X. So the M40X is very good for listening to details. So I tend to use that, and sometimes the SonarWorks, the reference tool, which is good to hear differences and get the flat sound. So I will work on that, and yeah, definitely reach out to me on Patreon. Send me your requests. What do you want me to attempt to do next? What kind of remake or remix you want me to make? And we can definitely work on that. We can do that live. And once we finish the track, of course, this track will be available for my patrons. So you can actually download it once we finish it. Hopefully, we finish the track by Monday. I'm gonna keep working on that tomorrow, so it can be ready on Monday, and also so you can hear it in the streaming session. If it's ready, then go ahead and get it from my page. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, for staying on the stream. I really enjoy having the time to make music with you guys watching, whatever you are. And but yeah, definitely, I will actually end the session with the track from the beginning one more time, and see you next time.
Thank